Happy Friday, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Odon here, your traffic jockey in the driver's seat for a Friday morning. Welcome to the big broadcast, the Tri-State Traffic Show for this Friday, July the 15th, 2022. Can you believe it's already July 15th? It is just unbelievable here. I can't believe where July is gone and pretty much the early parts of the summer. Wow, unbelievable. But anyway, nonetheless, we are here to get you through what is fairly a lighter than normal commute. Again, I think we're in that summertime pattern per se for a Friday, getting into the big weekend. And speaking of the weekend, meteorologist in training, John, I'm gonna call us meteorologist. He's almost there. He'll get the title. Johnny's a hard worker, but John will be joining us actually in the Weather Center here for a Friday. So that is some good news. And we're actually working out some details from his with his colleagues over at the Rutgers Weather Watcher Club to provide kind of a rotation between John and some of his other student colleagues there in the Weather Center at Rutgers. So I'm really excited about that because I've seen some of his work and it really looks good. So hopefully we can work something out here for the fall when Johnny goes back to school. This half hour is sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is the best place in the land for the greatest ice cream around. So definitely head over to beautiful Cranford, New Jersey, and say hello to my buddy Ralph at the creamery and tell him that you saw it right here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, friends, let's get to some of the action here this morning. I first have to just share the screen here. Let's do this. We will share screen for you. There we go. And we are up and running now. Let's do, I got to go full screen there. That helps out matters greatly. I'm going to leave it in this mode here for the first few minutes of the show. Leave in the comments. Again, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch this morning, trying out the Twitch. All the cool kids are on Twitch, right? We have to go here to Queens because we've got a problem this morning on the eastbound side of the Grand Central Parkway. So this is just south of the LIE, just before the Jewel Avenue exit this morning. Looks like it may even be just right at the exit for Jewel Avenue. Looks like we've had a crash involving multiple vehicles there this morning, heading east. So this is east or south this morning, heading away from the LIE, and it also took down a utility pole as well. So you got to be mindful of that here this morning. Fortunately, I can't see myself in the little window because the camera is actually blocking the view. The comment section is open, and I do that all the time. Here we go. Alexandra, good morning. Happy Friday. Taking some PTO next week for some festivities. We'll try to join when I can. Excellent. Well, take your time, Alexandra. Enjoy your time off next week. Looks like it's going to be a hot week from the short little preview that I got from Johnny. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a scorcher towards the end of the week. So enjoy. Very well deserved, my friend. So thank you and happy Friday to you. Let me know whether you like this view since you're our first commenter. If you like this view or the full screen, I'm not sure if I'm losing quote unquote real estate with the maps the way I have it. But we're going to just try this here for a couple of minutes. So anyway, so the Grand Central was tied up because got reports that there was a down utility pole. Alexandra says she does like this view. Okay, so we'll run with this for a little bit. That the vehicle looks like it may have struck the Jersey barrier in the center, and then took out the light pole because that section of the Grand Central street lights are actually mounted right on the Jersey barriers. And then that fell over into the westbound side, and that caused a secondary collision. So just avoid this entire area. Not too many times that you can say use the Van Wyck Expressway as the alternate, but in this case, that is going to be your best friend here this morning. You know what? Let's go to the cameras. I'm not sure if any of those Grand Central cameras are up and running through that stretch, but let's give it a try. Go over to Queens, right in here. Okay, so we got a couple of cameras here now. Um, that's the westbound side, or kind of the northbound side of the Grand Central heading up to the LIE. So that's really before crash. I think it's right in here. Okay, so this is the eastbound side. So this was the initial crash. Now they moved it over to the shoulder. So we have one vehicle up onto the flatbed, as well as one vehicle over here on the zebra stripes this morning, just before exit 10, which is 64th Street. So that is still being clear. This is at 69th. That's the westbound side. I was thinking maybe, just maybe, they may have had what's going on there. But here's the Van Wyck, and you can see it's fairly heavy both ways as the alternate volume is being pushed over to that side of Corona Park this morning. Let's just come down here to 72nd Road. So that's west coming towards us, and that's beginning to loosen up just a little bit. So I'm going to say it's really, obviously it's heavy here at the interchange, which, wow, since my days of coming through here, they really doing a lot of construction there, because it is just a tough interchange no matter what way you slice it. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. This just completely looks unfamiliar to me at all. Wow, look at that. Almost looks like Los Angeles, right? But the building here almost looks like the Capitol Records building in LA, right? And where Independence Day, where that got wiped out by the aliens. So yeah, so that's really one of the biggest stories here throughout the city. Obviously just some volume here on the BQE, Gowanus combination up to the Brooklyn Bridge, and then we've got some southbound delays on your Cross Island Parkway. Now this is getting out to the LIE. I think there may be a crash there as well. Let's go to the New York incident page, and we'll check this out in real time. Johnny will be here in just a moment. Buenos dias, Anna. Good morning. Like the new view. Very good. So we'll run with this here for this morning. Let me just queue up Johnny in the green room here. Okay, so he's just about ready to go. I just want to follow up here with this Cross Island, and then we'll head over to John in the Weather Center. Let's do this. Let's go to the incident page. So it's just the Grand Central situation both ways there. What we saw, that eastbound side, again, looks like it's pretty much reopened with those crashes being pushed over to the shoulder. But there is definitely something going on here. So we'll go over to the Cross Island. Johnny, we're coming to you here in a minute, bud. So just hang tight. This is out by Bayside Marina. So that's southbound heading away. Now, certainly, I don't see anything as far as any collision is concerned, but I think there's definitely something happening here, especially for a Friday morning in the summer. Yeah, that should be a lot lighter than what it is. But other than that, the Grand Central LIE East here at the Clearview, just a little bit slow. Cross Island going north at the Southern, a little bit busy both ways of the Van Wyck. Even that's a little bit lighter than normal out by Hillside Avenue. The Bell Parkway going west here at Flatbush is a little sluggish. Then again, your eastbound side of the LIE is heavy here, and because of the crash on the eastbound Grand Central, as people are just trying to figure out, really what to do to go to the Van Wyck or just continue further east. The Bronx, look at the Bruckner, wide open. Throngs like Whitestone, a little backed up there west on the Cross Bronx at 3rd Avenue, a little bit busy north on the Bruckner into the Hutch. That's also busy, but definitely a summertime pattern. And speaking of summertime, the man of the hour, the man with all the answers in the Weather Center, Mr. Jon Rocco. Let's go to Johnny here in the Weather Center, and happy Friday to you, my friend.
Good morning and happy Friday, everybody, and to you, Don, as well. Hope everyone's having a great end of the week. Hopefully, you'll have a longer weekend. Maybe you're taking a half day for Fridays or taking Fridays off and won't have to commute this morning. But if you do, the weather ain't so bad around the region. This morning, we're starting off with middle 60s up in northern New Jersey here in Newton and around 64 to 68 degrees. Newark around the 70-degree mark, 71 to about 74 there. Same for Trenton, and similar temperatures for Lakewood as well. Further southwest into Camden, we're around 72 to 75 degree range this morning as well as in Atlantic City and Cape May. If you're traveling into New York City on this Friday morning, we've got 72 over towards Staten Island, 71 there in Flatbush in Brooklyn, 71 in Flushing, Queens, and Morris Park there in the Bronx, and Hell's Kitchen as well. All those areas getting to about 73 degrees by around 8 o'clock, 75 over towards Staten Island. And over toward Long Island this morning, we got 70 in Westbury and Islip, 68 over toward Farmingville, 68 in Shirley, 70 over toward Port Jefferson and Huntington. Those areas getting to about 72 degrees later on this morning. Farmingville getting to about 71, 72 over in Islip and Westbury as well. Up in the Hudson Valley, we got 65 over toward Middletown and Monroe around 66 degrees, 65 toward Poughkeepsie, slightly warmer in Yonkers at around 70 degrees. All those areas getting to about 68 to 72 for the second part of the morning commute. And as we go over toward western Connecticut this morning, we've got 70 in Norwalk, Bridgeport around 68 degrees, 70 in New Haven as well. Hartford starting off around 67 degrees, 66 for Waterbury and Danbury. Torrington there in northwestern Connecticut at around 65 degrees. Most of those areas getting to about 70 degrees later on this morning. 72 for Norwalk, 71 in Bridgeport, and 73 in the New Haven area. So for today, similar to what we had on Thursday, there may be a few spotty storms popping up later on this morning and afternoon. Nothing widespread, nothing that should keep you from canceling any outdoor plans, but just be aware that there may be a few spotty pop-up storms from time to time. Mid and upper 80s across New Jersey. We got 86 in Andover, Central Park there in New York, also around 86, 88 toward Trenton, 85 in Freehold, Cherry Hill, around 89 degrees. Further to the east, we have low 80s, 84 in Cape May, 82 over toward Islip and New Haven. And a little sneak peek here over the next few days. We may have some more showers to talk about this weekend, although I don't think it'll be a washout at this point. I'll have an update for that in the 7-day forecast coming up in just a little bit, as well as the hotter temperatures that will be returning by the time we get into the middle of next week. Right now, let's get a check of that traffic again with Don Smith.
Thank you, Johnny. And you'll be back in the Weather Center here in less than 30 minutes with a check of that exclusive 7-day weather forecast. All right, so let's talk about our sponsor here for this half hour, Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery in beautiful Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272-3000 is his phone number. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com is the website. Ralph has some of the best handmade, homemade ice cream anywhere to be found in the tri-state area. Just absolutely delicious stuff. And, he really has those core staple ice cream flavors, chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. Some of the best ice cream, once again, anywhere to be found. Just take a look at just some of this great ice cream. Actually, we went there last night, but Ralph was actually off last night. So we'll have to try another evening to connect with Ralph shop, but I just want to get some more pictures of some of the ice cream, the coffee ice cream, vanilla chocolate, Super Crunch, Cookie Monster, as well as M&M Explosion. Absolutely delicious stuff. And that cotton candy, I keep mentioning the cotton candy ice cream. It really is just spectacular. And you just see, Ralph's a big baseball fan. I'm sure he's happy the Mets won last night. Unfortunately, the Yankees lost again in 10 innings. I fell asleep through half of it. Next thing I know, that the game was over. But you do see a lot of cotton candy, so we'll say that's kind of like his fifth starter out of the rotation. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, and maybe a fourth starter for Ralph is the cotton candy. But I'm thinking it's probably closer towards, I don't know, that vanilla Super Crunch or M&M Explosion. I'm not sure. I have to get the lineup card from Ralph one of these days just to see what his starting lineup would be. But anyway, head on over to beautiful historic Cranford, New Jersey. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. And he also has these wonderful flying saucers and chip witches, absolutely delicious stuff. So again, just a nice quick pick-me-up treat, for those watching their waistline, right? It is really a lot of fun good stuff. The pillowy soft vanilla ice cream there with the chocolate chips and the rainbow sprinkles. Also, he has the peach mango sorbet, lemon and blood orange, as well as the Dole Whip and the pineapple whip and the raspberry whip. Really refreshing on these hot days. And also, don't forget about the all occasion cakes. Can't forget about that for birthdays, anniversaries, or just a barbecue, cookout out in your backyard. Just that classic ice cream cake with the vanilla chocolate ice cream, as well as those chocolate crunchies. It seems like everybody goes to the chocolate crunchies. That's the most popular thing is the chocolate crunchies. So once again, Cradford Vanilla Bean Creamery.com, 908-272-3000, 22 North Avenue West in beautiful Cradford, New Jersey. All right, friends, let's go back to our action here this morning. Let's try a couple of different layouts, shall we? We've got that one there, seems to be fairly popular. We've also got this one here, but I think the red bar kind of cuts me in half, but and I think it takes out too much of the information. Then we have the over the shoulder, which you cannot read because I can't even read that, and I know I've got some pretty bad eyesight. And it seems like that one's the favorite. I don't think I can do picture in picture there. We'll go with this one here, and we'll let that one run now. Just you got to tell me whether you're able to read the screen here, because I can make that a little larger. The problem is once I make bonk. It's Friday. Once I make it larger, it gets tough for me to read it on my end here. Even though I'm looking at a 32-inch monitor. So you just got to tell me what it looks like on the user end there. So we'll go to the comments. Let's see here. Anna, John, my lawn looks like hay. Any relief in sight? Doesn't look like it from the forecast. You know, maybe just a pop-up shower here and there. But, you know, it's... yeah, it's you know, what I thought was a fairly wet, you know, late winter or spring. Thought we were going to be in good shape, but you know, I guess it's good if you're, you know, classic cars like I'm into, whatever. You don't have to worry about any kind of rain, you know, ruining the party. But we definitely need the rain. No question no question about that, Alexandra. Oh, okay, good. Font is clear. Excellent. All right, so we'll run with this for a little while. Just trying out some different styles and so forth, just to see, kind of mixing it up just a bit. And then I'll, at the end of the broadcast, have some exciting news for Monday evening. So we'll get to that a little later on. All right, so we got a problem on the turnpike now, broken down vehicle. Entering at 4, the toll lane is blocked. It's not really going to cause too much of a problem. This is a problem on the Palisades south of exit 3 in Alpine. All lanes are closed there. We'll get to that in a minute. And then Parkway South here at the Larry Doby service area. I believe that is the old Brookdale service area. Got to start remembering these new service areas that are renamed for prominent individuals in New Jersey. 38 down pole 38 both ways west of the Cherry Hill Mall. Cherry Hill, one right lane is shut. Tractor trailer fire in the eastern spur. One right lane is shut heading south of the northern mixing bowl, and then crash on the era of 95 express lanes north of 69. Let's go to the eastern. Well, you know, let's do this first. Back over to the maps because that's easier. I'm just going to take myself off screen for a moment because I got to get up and put the air conditioner back on. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. Starting to get a little warm. I didn't have the thermostat set correctly. All right. So first, let's go to the Alpine. Well, let's go to the Parkway situation because we're right here. So this is going to be, yeah, this is out by the Brookdale service area or the Larry Doby service area. So both ways kind of into Route 3. You know, I know we have, was one camera there at 151 in Nutley. Let's see. Why do I have a feeling that that they've zoomed it in? Just a guess on my part that maybe that's what they were looking for, but I do not see anything. That's heading north up to the Brookdale service area, or the Larry Doby. So I have a feeling that this may be cleared. You know, this is 151, 150 or 151, 151. Yeah, the 151. Oh, come on, this mouse is just chased by the squirrels. That camera is located right here, just by that entrance ramp. So this is what we're looking. This is what we were looking at, that northbound side, fairly heavy. I'm going to say that that is now cleared. That is, I would say that's definitely cleared. I can't see where that would be of an issue. Where were we going? We wanted to go to what was I doing? Back to the incident list here this morning, because we wanted to focus in on the 38 crash. Oh no, the tractor trailer fire. That was our next area of concern. Let's jump over here, close this out, close this out. I doubt this camera is working. It hasn't worked in all right, so that's southbound that moves away, but I don't see anything. I got a feeling that that is now gone as well. Again, that was an hour and a half ago, the last update there. So, so I think that is now long out of the way. I think the Palisades Parkway also is gone as well. Because I don't see any delays there. Let's go to 38. Check in with the vibe here this morning. And again, our comments are open, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch this morning. Please go ahead and post up and join Alexandra and Anna here this morning. 38 at Haddonfield Road. That is fine. I'm thinking some of these things may have cleared and they just didn't update them on their end. Let's just widen up the maps here. What I still think is here is this issue on 95. Let's just go here. Let's go to this. Wow, 729 already at 73 degrees and cloudy in central New Jersey. We want to go to the Turnpike list. Go. Let's do this. On here? No. 69? Ah, there she is, Jim. Oh, there it is. Wow. Oofa. Whole tractor trailer just completely split. Completely split. I don't want to, maybe in half almost. But these are the express lanes. So we got the right lane shut down that's heading north up to the George Washington Bridge out by 69 in Leonia. Wow. That's a big time mess there that they're trying to clean up. So let's go to the maps. We'll put that on the map for you. So it's really just coming off of 80 and the Turnpike here, DeGraw Avenue, as you just on your approach to the George Washington Bridge. So give yourself another maybe 10 minutes or so if you can get over to the local lanes, but they're heavy as well. So if you're coming off of Route 80 East, go for the local side. You know, I mean, or once you're in the express lanes, you can't really do anything about that. But if you're watching us, let's say out towards Lodi, Ridgefield Park, in this stretch here, east of the Parkway, get into the local lanes, because if you're heading to the George, that's the better of the two situations. Just in a chance that they have to close the express lanes to move around some of that emergency apparatus and so forth. But again, that is going to be on northbound side of 95. So about another 10 to 15 to the George. Once you get past it, you're wide open into the city. So there's no other major issues there here this morning. All right, friends, let me put myself back on camera. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. O'Donnell, your traffic jockey here in the driver's seat. And what is a fairly light morning commute across the board here on a Friday morning. You know, we're in the summertime, heading out to the big weekend. So Finally, maybe some drivers get a little bit of relief. This half hour is going to be sponsored by my friend Darley Newman, who has a wonderful program called Travels with Darley. Darley-Newman.com is the website. Pardon me for looking off camera. There we go. We got the banner up. And you can find her on PBS Crate, Amazon Prime, Wonderum, and Ovation TV's Journey. Again, there's the website, Darley-Newman.com. All right, so let's go back to our action here this morning. Let's finish up New Jersey since we're already here. You can see we are in Friday mode here. Look at this, Route 80, 280 is looking good. A little westbound delay on 280 as it come in towards the Stickle drawbridge. But, you know, other than that, not a whole lot to really complain about. Same thing here on 21 at Route 3 is a little bit busy. East on 80, maybe a little sun glare hitting you in the eyes just before Route 15 is going to be just a tad slow. 78 looks pretty good all the way from Pennsylvania straight through, you know, Alpha, Phillipsburg, Bloomsbury, all the way into Clinton, all the way through Warren, Watchung. Parkway is fantastic here through Woodbridge, Union, Essex counties, and the Clark, Cranford. 287, the Parkway across the Driscoll Bridge is fine. If you're heading down the shore here this morning, nice start here on 35, 36. A little busy here at the interchange between 35 and 36. 18, your Garden State Parkway is good. 195 is fine. So is the Turnpike, as well as what we've got going on here this morning onto 295 and 29. Again, it is a terrific ride on your Parkway as you head in towards Toms River down through Long Beach Island. Not a problem to be found. Route 9, Garden State Parkway, 322 is clear. The ride into AC is moving well. Somers Point, Ocean City Parkway, again, all the way from exits in the 20s down to exit 10 for Stone Harbor Boulevard. Cape May at exit 0. 55 is good. Let's see what it is. 55 and 42 in Deptford. Look at this. That's empty. Lower Delaware River crossings are fine. So New Jersey is wide open here this morning. We are cruising along at a nice pace. Speaking of that, let's go towards, again, this is really the only outstanding issue I have is that northbound 95 express lanes with that tractor trailer mess here this morning as we come into the area of, that's as large as I can get the picture, coming up to the George Washington Bridge. So about 10 to 15 extra minutes needed there. Go to transit this morning, see how things are playing out. The corridor, we've got, let's see, 642 Trenton arrival up to 40 minutes of a delay because of equipment availability. 735 departure from New Brunswick, canceled due to equipment availability. 811 from Trenton, canceled, equipment availability. So some issues there on the corridor for you to watch out for. River line, subject to up to 15 minutes delays in both directions. Disabled train in Florence. Let's head over to the path system. See what our deal is here this morning. Let's go. Nothing. That was from yesterday, early this morning, really. It's good news there. All right, so let's go out to Long Island, see if anything is cooking up here this morning. We've got investigation on 110, southbound on Harrison Avenue, Main Street, Huntington, right lane is shut. Okay. Jump across the ocean. Let's see what we got. 110 is going to be right in here. That's further up the line. That's up towards this area here. But I don't really see any. It's not really going to cause a terrible backup whatsoever. So maybe a little bit of sun glare working into the picture east on the Southern State Parkway out through the Meadowbrook and into the Wantagh Parkway. West a little bit heavy here, getting out towards 109 or so, but that's usually what we see. Sunrise Highway is fine. Northern State is clean and green. West on the LIE, a little heavy here over by the Northern State Connector to 39, 25A, 25 is going to be moving along at a good pace. Even Suffolk County is fine. I mean, look at this. I mean, there's nothing happening out here until you get to the Hamptons. And once again, east on Sunrise Highway is heavy here, Hampton Bays through Southampton, Watermill into Bridgehampton. Again, just our normal Progression of traffic this morning. Let's go to Connecticut, shall we? We'll take a look and see if there's any major problems. None to be found. Just delays on 95, 15 down through 6, and then on the Merit 44 through 41. But that is about it. Let's jump across the Sound. There we go. Let's bring it up one notch here. Again, look at this. This is Friday. This is Friday traffic patterns, your friends, right here. This is your Friday traffic pattern, Bridgeport, Fairfield. And then we're going to go, again, 15 down through about 6. And then here on the Merit, south of 44 over to 41. But other than that, we are in great shape here this morning. Let me call up the Hudson Valley incident list in case we have any broken down vehicles or anything else like that. Seems like a daily occurrence. There it is. There's a broken down vehicle on the Taconic State Parkway. That's the shoulder is out. Overturned tractor trailer on 84. West of exit 61 in the median. Okay. New York State Thruway before interchange 17 in Newburgh. Watch for a crash there. So let's do this. Let's just show you lower Westchester. We're fine. A little crowding on the Hutch into the Cross County and then again into North Avenue. New England Thruway looks great. 287 is fine. Tappan Zee, all of Rockland County is moving well on the Thruway. 202, 17, 17A, Route 6. Again, all is absolutely clear here this morning on 84. Doesn't really get much better than this. We go to 84 here throughout Brewster, Lake Carmel, Fishkill. Again, traffic is really, really quiet here for your Friday morning ride. Let's go to the cameras. Just in the chance that we have visuals on that 84 overturn. Let's just see what we got. Right in here in Patterson with 2 T's. I'm used to Patterson with 1 T. This is 65. I have a feeling that there's come on. Camera that you wanted does not come up. No live feed. Okay, so they may have taken the camera out of service there. Just kind of, I think it's just too coincidental that all of a sudden, well, maybe not. Whoops. Oh boy, look at that. I hope the driver got out. I guess there is maybe some good news to that effect. That here's the driver's side. That excuse me, the driver could have exited the cab via here and not this side and been trapped or pinned pinned against the ground. So hopes are that everybody walked away from this okay. It doesn't look like there's any urgency, but again, I don't know how long this has been out here. So certainly state trooper is on scene, kind of guarding the situation. But that's going to be an extensive cleanup. You got to clean all of this up. Then you got to get the truck back onto its wheels. And then you've got to check for environmental issues as far as any diesel fuel leaking into the grassy median here. So, traveling through this area, if you can pad your time just by a few minutes just to be safe, that you get to your destination on time. So let's just show you where that is. This is going to be 84 in the median out through Lake Carmel by 311 and 52. Ludingville, just east of that location, west of Brewster Hill. So, and just be mindful there. Let's see what else we've got. Again, it's a fairly quiet Friday morning. So post up in the comments anything else you'd like to kind of chat about here, what your plans are for the weekend, anything big happening around the state, anything of interest that anybody might be going to. Well, this is new here. A broken down vehicle on the Parkway at 137 in Cranford. Center lane is blocked, so we'll take a quick check of that for us. I have a feeling that's kind of what this morning is going to be like, just kind of jumping into stuff that happens just on the fly. So this is going to be here And I don't really see anything, but that center lane coming off the bridge there in Cranford is a tough spot. So again, be really careful here this morning. Also, again, just a programming note, we're going to 8:30 this morning because I have to set up for the New Jersey Morning Show coming up at the top of the 9 a.m. hour. So that is our plan for today. So again, for the most part, it's just our kind of normal delays, but I just want to see something here. No, that's on the drive is a little bit slow there, heading south at the RFK, south on La Crosse Island. Again, I still think something's going on here out by the LIE. This Grand Central situation, I think, is slowly clearing itself up. And then both ways, the LIE heavy here at Queens Boulevard this morning. So again, it's a fairly late and quiet morning. So let's do this. Let's go. I need to go full screen with this for a minute because I want to show you something. So this is what I was mentioning. Let me see. Did I save it? I did. So this is what I was mentioning about for Monday evening. So definitely tell all your friends if they're interested in electric vehicles or just automotive autos in general. So Monday evening, the new Chevy Blazer SS all electric EV is going to be revealed on Monday night. So make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification, because I will be posting a video of my first impressions of the Chevy SS Blazer all electric vehicle Monday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. So again, that's 10:30 p.m. Eastern, Monday, July 18th. Come back to the Tri-State Traffic Show for my first impressions, first look at the new Chevy EV Blazer in the SS trim. That is a really sharp looking vehicle. I think they're going to be very, very popular. But again, we are going to be doing our first impressions of the Chevy Blazer come Monday night. Again, Monday night at 10:30. I'll post it up to social media and on Twitter, as well as Instagram as well. We'll do that. Just reminding everybody, again, that's my first impression look at the all new Chevy Blazer EV, all electric. Again, that's Monday night at 10:30 Eastern Daylight Time. Justin, good morning, pal. Acceleration is crazy on electric. Gas can't compete. You're absolutely right. I mean, you watch some of these videos of the Tesla Model S Plaid, and it is like being shot off of an aircraft carrier. It is insane how much torque there is. And honestly, even my Cadillac, being 8 years old now, and she's a fairly heavy car. You know, the battery pack is the first generation batteries and things like that. You know, the batteries in these newer vehicles are, you know, leaps and bounds. It's just like your cell phones, right? You know, from iPhone 1 to iPhone 13, 14 coming out in September, how things have changed drastically. But even that instant, like Justin said, that instant torque, that immediate get up and go is even really good on my car. You know, my car weighs probably 4,500 pounds and still can do 0 to 60 in about 7.5 seconds or so, give or take. So yeah, it's I find them interesting. Again, this may be, I don't know, for some, maybe all this whole new electric vehicle craze could be kind of like what smartphones were when Steve Jobs introduced that back in 2007. You know, maybe this is our new smartphone addiction thingy. I don't know how to put it. You know, the charging stations are slowly coming online, and that's unfortunate because I think they should be coming on a little bit faster. But we'll get into all of that on Monday night. Again, 10:30 Eastern. Make sure you tune in to the Tri-State Traffic Show for my first impressions of the all-new 2024 Chevy Blazer EV. All right, so with that said, Justin, my friend, thanks a lot for joining us. We are going to take a quick break now. We're going to send it over to the Weather Center. I know you know Johnny Rocco very, very well, my friend, and he is in the weather center. Let me see if he's ready to go. Yep, he's saying he is ready to go. All right, so let's send it over to John in the weather center. Good morning to you, pal.
Good Friday morning to you, everybody, on this July 15th already. We are halfway through the month of July. It's going by quickly. Hopefully, your morning commute is going by quickly. If it's not because of the weather. There's not many issues out there this morning, although there may be a spotty shower or storm pop up in a few locations, but nothing that should really cause any traffic concerns. So for today, again, there may be a spotty storm chance. That is the only weather threat we have for this afternoon, and some more shower and storm chances going into the latter part of this weekend, maybe Saturday night, and then again on Monday. I'll get to that in the 7 day in just a moment. Right now, in New Jersey, we've got temperatures starting off here in the middle 60s to around 70 degrees, 64 to 68 in the Newton area, 71 to 74 for Newark, Lakewood around the 71 to 73 degree mark as well. Atlantic City and Cape May, again, around the 72 to about 75 degree mark for this morning. If you're going into New York City, we got 72 in Staten Island, 71 over toward Flatbush. Hell's Kitchen there in Manhattan, around 71 degrees as well. Same goes for Morris Park and Flushing. All those areas getting to about 73 to 75 degrees for the latter part of the morning commute. Westbury this morning starting off in the lower 70s, around 70 to 72 degrees there. Same for Islip, Huntington, and Port Jefferson. Farmingville and Shirley around the 68 degree mark, getting to about 71 to 72 degrees for the second part of the morning commute. And Hudson River Valley, a little bit cooler this morning, but still warm with temperatures in the mid 60s for Poughkeepsie and Monroe, right around 65, 66 degrees. Same goes for Middletown and Patterson. Yonkers there around 70 degrees, getting to about 72. And further northward here, Monroe getting to about 70. Poughkeepsie and Middletown getting to about 68 degrees for the 8 o'clock hour. Torrington, Connecticut, starting off around 65 to 70 this morning. Waterbury, starting off at around 66, getting to about 70. Hartford will start you off with a 67 early this morning. Danbury, starting off around 66. And down along the shoreline there, Norwalk around 70. Bridgeport around 68. 70 degrees for New Haven, getting to about 73 degrees there. Getting to about 72 over toward the Norwalk area, warming to 70 for Danbury and Waterbury. And again, for this afternoon and even later this morning, there may be a spotty shower or storm pop up, similar to what we saw on Thursday as well. We had a few isolated storms popping up along the Jersey Shore, as well as out toward Long Island. Similar threat for later this morning and this afternoon. Temperatures will be around the mid and upper 60s, excuse me, for New Jersey, around 86 in Andover. The capital there in Trenton, around 88 degrees, 89 over toward Cherry Hill, 85 for you in Freehold, and over toward New York City, Central Park, getting to about 86 degrees. And we got low to middle 80s further east, closer to the ocean there, 84 in Cape May, 82 in Islip, 82 in New Haven as well. So taking a look at that exclusive 7 day forecast, we got mid 80s again for Saturday. Maybe an overnight shower threat Saturday night going into Sunday morning. A little discrepancy on the timing or how widespread it is. So stay tuned. I'll be keeping you updated on that. But I don't think the weekend is a washout at this point. But again, stay tuned. And then again, Monday evening, Monday night, another chance for some thunderstorms then. And then the heat returns here for the middle and end of next week. Low to middle 90s for actual high temperatures. Some areas further inland, maybe from Trenton down toward the Camden area in New Jersey, those areas may reach for the upper 90s. Either way, it's going to be on the humid side as well. So temperatures, the heat index could feel like over 100 degrees in some of the interior sections of the region. So definitely going to be a hot one for the middle of next week. So you want to stay tuned. I'll be keeping you updated on that. We are in middle summer and it's certainly going to feel like it. Hope you have a great weekend, everybody, and drive safely.
Thank you, John. You do the same, my friend. You'll be back here in less than about a half an hour's time with another check of that forecast. We thank John, as always, in the Weather Center. We also want to thank our sponsor, Travels with Darley. Darley Newen has a wonderful program called The aforementioned title, Travels with Darlie. She's on Ovation TV's Journey, Wondrum, as well as Amazon Prime and PBS Create, also NJPBS. I'm not quite sure whether that program called Look Up with Darlie, that's what her pilot program that she has, whether that's still airing on New Jersey PBS, but check your local listings for date and time in your area, right? It's called the DVR at this point in the on-screen guide. There's really no reason to look up stuff anymore on a in a book, because the TV guide is pretty much useless other than the crossword puzzle at this point. But anybody remember the TV guide where you actually went and looked at the listings? Wow, maybe I'm dating myself. I'm just an old curmudgeon here in the traffic center. But anyway, Darlie travels around the world for some of the best places to vacation or explore. Does a lot of adventure type vacations, bike riding, horseback riding, hiking, shows you the best places anywhere to be found as far as best places to eat and drink. And that's what separates her show apart from everyone else's, is that she gets that local flavor, finds local individuals who live there all the time, whether it's a local restaurateur, a local bar owner, local tour guide, local historian, just someone who lives there all the time, really gives you that sense of what it is like to be in whichever destination that she is at. So again, check her program out, Travels with Darlie, on PBS, Amazon Prime, Ovation TV's Journey, and Wondrum. And if you're not familiar with Darlie's program, here's a little sample of her program, I believe is still on the air right now, about the New York Empire Trail.
Hi, I'm Darlie Newman, and we're in Albany, New York. We're exploring New York's Empire State Trail with locals as our guides.
Join me as we traverse this 750-mile trail, starting in Buffalo and ending in the beautiful Hudson Valley, not far from New York City. From craft beer and spirits,
120 proof smooth, right?
to Erie Canal history and culture.
The ingenuity it took to conceive this.
Right, conceived in the 1830s, built in the 1850s.
Prior to this canal opening, boats to get to the center of the country had to go down around Florida and up the Mississippi.
I've got a mule, her name is Sal, 15 miles on the Erie Canal.
We're diving into nature, heritage, and the arts
You're depicting a lot of history here. And
along New York's Empire State Trail.
where's Bob Ross when you need him?
Yeah, where is Bob Ross when you need him, right? That maybe just we should get a T-shirt or something made with that, right? Probably goes for everything in life. Where is Bob Ross when you need him? One of those calming voices and individuals on the planet. But nonetheless, that's a little sample of Travels with Darlie. We thank her so much for being a sponsor. All right, so let's go back to our action now. We're at 7:55 now this morning. We will go over to the MTA, and really no delays. This is just as planned track work here on the J5D and the 4 trains. We go to the rails this morning. We take a look at Metro North. Everything is on or close to schedule. Long Island Railroad is good. Again, this is the Waterbury branch with that extra service now in effect with 7 weekday trains that started early this week. Let's go to our Hudson River crossings now. We'll do a kind of a game reset. We're at the top of the hour this morning, and we'll show you what we've got cooking here for the last half hour of the broadcast. Summertime pattern here, under about 10 minutes or so. It really is just, excuse me, the issues on 95 getting up to the George Washington Bridge with that split tractor trailer. So that's where we will go here, coming to the top of 8 o'clock. Let's go down the list. It's way, 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 way at the bottom. It's the last. No, I missed it. I missed it. There it is at 69. So there it is. Now they've got the heavy machinery. So I think the way you play this is that it's basically like late running construction. We'll put it. Don't worry about, obviously, people are going to stop to say, oh, wow, I can't believe that there is garbage on the road. But, just I would play this again as if this was late running construction. So don't, so this is the area in question this morning is right in here. So that's why, add yourself another 10, 15 minutes to the ride here this morning and up to the George Washington Bridge. But then getting south here on the turnpike, looks like we may have yet another issue. Let's see. Maybe this camera. This is the south. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. This is the southbound side of your turnpike getting into 46. So I think there's definitely something going on there as the maps indicate right in here. So just be careful. That's why this is as heavy as it is through Ridgefield Park. So again, just be mindful of that. Let me go back to the comments here. So a couple more come in. Elizabeth, welcome to the show. Thank you very much. Good job for Johnny Rocco in the Weather Center. And Justin says he recalls Johnny Rocco there. Yes, sir. John doing an outstanding job. And again, that is the plan for when John goes back to school is to get some of his other colleagues over at Rutgers in the Weather Watcher Club. Justin's a Rutgers guy. I wonder if he was part of the Weather Watchers Club over at Rutgers. I've seen some of their work, and it's actually really good. It's actually kind of cool that they have their own little TV station and they actually have an outlet. And Justin, yes, he was a weather watcher. Very nice. Wonder if any of your early work from being the weather watcher on YouTube anywhere, my friend, that we can go find a clip of Justin in his days at Rutgers. But yeah, I think it's really a great thing that they're able to do that. And like I said, there's almost a full, I guess it's a full TV station. I don't even know. But they have a full mapping system, the whole deal, and they put up their stuff on YouTube. So hopefully we'll be able to work something out with Johnny and the advisor over there at Rutgers for what was it? I just lost my train of thought all of a sudden. Whoa. Whoa, blow your mind. It's a Friday. Wow. Maybe I'm still thinking about that EV Blazer. I'm getting real excited about that. Anyway, where was I going? But yeah, no, it's a great opportunity to get John and some of his colleagues get him some broadcast experience here with the Tri-State Traffic Show, even though we're coming to you from my living room on YouTube. But it's a whole different climate than it was even 10 years ago, right? With the way people consume media, as the standard media says, right? But yeah, so really hopeful and excited for that for the fall. Anyway, we're here at 8 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to 8:30, as you know, on Thursdays, Fridays, to do the New Jersey Morning Show with Cara Christina and Mike Favetta. Wow, how did I know Mike for 15 years? I screwed up his last name. Mikey Favetta there in the Weather Center. I'm sure he's brewing up some espresso or cappuccino as we speak. But again, that starts up at 9 a.m. this morning on NJ On Air on Facebook and YouTube as well. So welcome. 8 o'clock is our time, 74 degrees here in the Tri-State Show Traffic Center. I'd turn on the air conditioner just a little bit. It's a little bit warm in here, so we're starting to cool things off, which is very, very nice. Speaking of that, for the aforementioned Jon Rocco and the Weather Watchers Club, we'll send it over to the Weather Center here at 8:15. Give you a look of that 7-day weather forecast as well. So for the most part, friends, we're fairly quiet. A couple of outstanding issues now we want to just focus in on. But first, let's go to the comments. Yes, Justin was a weather watcher. Awesome stuff. And yes, they have WSI. Didn't have it when I was there. WSI is the mapping program that everybody in this entire market uses, or pretty much around the world, really. There may be other systems out there, but that is the predominant favorite of meteorologist is WSI. That's the weather mapping program that Justin is talking about. And Justin is saying he recalls the TV guide. I'm sorry, but you also recall Johnny Rocco. Sure. But yes, he remembers the TV guide as well. All right. So we're going to do what do we want to do here? We're going to do the split sponsorship, I think is what we want to do here, since we're only on for another half hour or so. Cry for Vanilla Bean Creamery, as well as my friend Darlie Newman there with that wonderful program, Travels with Darlie. No, we won't want that one. We want this one here. So, all right. So let's kind of run down some things here. Still in New Jersey, because this seems to be the busiest right now out of all the areas. It's on the approach to the George Washington Bridge northbound express side of things. The right lane is shut with a split open tractor trailer that's still being cleared. So give yourself about another 10 minutes getting to the George. Once you get there, things are going to be fine. But I think there's something going on here to the outbound side of the George Washington Bridge. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look very quickly. I have a camera here at the George Washington Bridge, but I don't know whether I'm able to show it. I think I probably could, but it's from the Fort Lee Police Department. It's a public governmental agency. So, well, might as well, let's just give it a try and see if Fort Lee shuts me down. I don't know why they would, but bring this into the broadcast if I can. Let's slide this over there. So there's the George Washington Bridge, courtesy of my friends over at the Fort Lee Police Department. So this is coming off the upper level. There's definitely something going on this side out towards Route 4, because this should not be as heavy as it is. So I'm thinking there may be a crash of some type. This is the lower level. This is off the upper level now, coming back into New Jersey. There is definitely something going on. Unfortunately, I don't. Well, let's just see here now. Let's go. Okay, so let's. I gotta bring it back here. Okay, so here it is. It's a broken down truck off the upper level in that area over by Route 4. So watch for that. Now, another situation, a vehicle off the roadway here on the Parkway north of exit 30. So look for that. You know, sometimes when these roads are wide open, people just take off. So I'm just got to slow things down here, friends. Really take it easy. Crash on the Turnpike, Eastern Spur north of 15X and C Caucus. So the shoulder is out of service there. And again, there's your split open tractor trailer on 95 north of exit 69. 38, they're still saying this crash investigation down pole both ways out by the Cherry Hill Mall. So look for that. And this all lanes shut down here. Palisades Parkway south of exit 3. It's right in here, I guess, on the approach to the George Washington Bridge. That's probably the reason why I didn't see it the last time. Maybe it's the ramp to the Palisades. So I guess according to this, it looks like the Palisades approach to the George is shut. Let's see. Let's just widen this up. Now this is that I knew that was wrong. It's way up here. I don't know what they're talking about there. So way up here by the New York border. Right in here. I think this is exit 3. It's 4. Where's 3? It's got to be right in here somewhere. Excuse me. Palisades is an interesting, very, very interesting road. I mean, they have their own police department, the Palisades Parkway. How crazy is that, right? There it is, exit 3. They're saying right in here in Alpine. It should. I've never been on the Palisades Parkway. One of these days, I need to take a ride out there and do that. Speaking of, traveling around the area, getting video and stuff. Roadway Wiz on YouTube. Give him a follow. In talks to have him on the broadcast here. I think just because of his schedule, we may just do a taped live to tape broadcast to start, and then we'll see if we can get him on to do some live traffic with us, whether it's the morning or afternoon. I'm not sure, but we'll work out some really interesting YouTube channel, really great stuff that Danny is doing. So hopefully we'll be able to work something out there. So again, there's the 95 issues getting to the George with that split tractor trailer. And then also something was going on here south along the turnpike here out by Little Ferry and 46, getting word of a couple crashes there. So be mindful of that. And then 21 into 20 is really busy here this morning. And I think it's just a lot of volume. I really don't see much in the way of any kind of a crash of any type. So let's do this. We're at 8:07 now. Let's go here to the cameras. Let's bring up, I have to go just a little bit wider. There we go. So let's go to Route 80. Take this on over to Route 20. See if they maybe can see if, no, this is the ramp to Route 20 there. I thought maybe they may have moved the camera, although let's see if this camera is working. There is a camera on 46 at 20 at 46, and I don't see anything here either. It's just some slow traffic. That's about all we've got here. About all we've got cooking up here this morning on a Friday. So other than that, we're fine throughout the rest of the state. I mean, maybe a little crowding here on 80 as I show you back up with the cameras this morning. We go 80 east here at 202, 287. Just some exiting volume here on the far right. But again, that's really about it. Not a whole lot of other action to describe. This could be a little bit of a problem now. On 22 going west, it seems like it's awfully backed up here in Bethlehem out by 378. So maybe just be careful coming off the Phillipsburg Easton Bridge if you travel on Route 22 through Bethlehem. Could certainly be just a little bit slow, as you see. The Turnpike Parkway all throughout Monmouth County is good. 295. 29, even 55 at 42, Parkway AC, Ocean City. Again, traffic really in good shape here this morning. A little bit slow here on the Parkway. I think that's through that construction over by just north of exit 30 to look out for. So just a little bit of a minor hiccup there. Justin says never has been on the road either. Yeah, I agree. It's probably more for friends in Rockland County and so forth that use the Palisades to get to the George or come back into New Jersey. Not so much for a Central and South Jersey guys. All right, so 8:09 is our time. So let's jump back over to the city now. Staten Island is clean and green across the board. Expressway 440, Outer Bridge, Goethals, Bayonne Bridge is fine. A little heavy here getting onto the Verrazano back into Brooklyn because of some construction. From Brooklyn into Staten Island, I should say. We will take it on over to the wrong button. Sorry about that. And this computer that I keep losing the Bluetooth keyboard. Come on, wake up. Inbound Gowanus is heavy here. You know what? Let's just do this. I mean, I want to just so I don't. Okay, so we're on the Turnpike page here. Let's do this. Show you that split tractor trailer still being cleared this morning. So I guess they're offloading that into another vehicle. Extensive cleanup, friends. Really extensive cleanup. So we'll check in with this again, but just go at this as if it's construction, coming through this area with this tractor trailer, they already have the truck on the tow. So, that's a little bit of welcome news until they get all the stuff, the garbage or whatever was in it, out of the way. But we will revisit this in just a brief moment. But what we want to do now is let's go 9 box here, and we will show you cameras across the city. Give you a nice snapshot of what's happening. You can see kind of the partly cloudy conditions here, as Johnny was saying, on the Staten Island Expressway out by the Verrazano. Looks great. West Shore Expressway at Bloomfield Avenue is good. Highland over at Arden Avenue is fine. Highland Boulevard at Midland Avenue is also moving along at a nice pace. Outer Ridge back to New Jersey is fine. Staten Island Expressway at Clove Road. Again, all of Staten Island here, even at Richmond Avenue, is fine. Same thing on the West Shore here over by Fresh Kills Creek and Victory at Jersey Street is clear. Let's go into Brooklyn. We'll show you a couple scenes here. On the belt in Bath Beach out by Bay 8th Street, we are fine. The belt in by Flatbush Avenue is good. Inbound BQE off the Gowanus is slow. What else is new, right? BQE at Adams Street. This is heading south. Not the greatest of pictures, but this is actually traveling north by the Brooklyn Bridge. Inbound by the BQE at Sackett Street is heavy into Atlantic Avenue. Not much you can do there. This is the BQE over by Metropolitan Avenue, although I think that camera is frozen because it looks very much similar to what it was like a week ago. Gowanus here at Industry City is fine until you get up to the Prospect Expressway, although I think this camera is also frozen as well. I think I remember seeing that blue vehicle there, which, let me see. A minute there, I thought that maybe that was Justin's electric Mustang, but the Gowanus at the Prospect is obviously heavy. Nothing much you could do about that. Let's go into Manhattan, shall we? We're at 812. Let's come down here, friends. We go to the Queensboro Bridge, the upper level there, really, I should say the lower roadway is about 10 to 15, 5th at 49th, 7th to 34th is good. East side is heavy here at 125th on the drive to the RFK. Clears up here. Now, I think there may be something going on heading north because this side is really heavy at 96th up into the lower 100s. Let's just quickly go over to the maps. Let's just see if my... Yeah, there's definitely something going on here up to the lower 100s. No question about that. Now, whether it's actual southbound crash, well, let me see what the cameras look like again. I would have to say that if there is a crash or a broken down vehicle, it's heading south. And this is all rubbernecking delays because it's really wide open here at 96th Street, like just one or two vehicles. So something's holding back traffic going south. FDR Drive at the Brooklyn Bridge, that is in good shape. Henry Hudson at 125 is good. Henry Hudson at 96th is good. West Street at the Intrepid, not a problem to be found. We head to the Bronx this morning. Oh, here we go. Let's see what we've got. It's nice and cool in here now. Got this AC cranking. The Bruckner here at Castle Hill Avenue heading south on the left is fairly busy, but the Bronx River Parkway looks great. Everything is just wide open there. BRP 174 is fine. The westbound cross Bronx here at the Bronx River Parkway is heavy. This is the Deegan at Willis going north is busy. And this is the westbound side here at Clay Avenue, which is Webster Avenue. Bill Clay, for those playing at home with Die Hard. Heading westbound is heavy because of the issues in Jersey with a broken down tractor trailer just before Route 4 coming off the upper levels to the George. Deegan at 230 is good. Again, you see just stacked and packed here to the outbound George. Henry Hudson at 232. We are moving fine. Let's go to Queens now. Check out the vibe there. And the belt at 158th Avenue there is going to be in good shape. Maybe a little heavy west heading away from us, getting out to the airport, but nonetheless, kind of normal stuff. West on the Grand Central at 188 is a little bit heavy. BQE at Broadway is good. Jackie Robinson Forest Park Drive is fine. Queens Midtown Tunnel is running about 10 to 12 minutes. LIE at Queens Boulevard is clear. The Van Wyck at Hillside is heavy. Both ways, the LIE at the BQE is heavy. It's good, I should say. And the Van Wyck at the Grand Central is clear. And the Whitestone Expressway, there is one of your benchmark cameras when you know it's a lighter morning getting up in the 20th Avenue up to the Whitestone Bridge heading north. It's just about empty. So that's fantastic. We go to the maps here before we get to John in the Weather Center. And Grand Central. I apologize. That was going eastbound on the Grand Central, not west. That last camera. It's a little bit slow, and I think this is just some folks trying to get out to the Hamptons, out early, out of Dodge here, heading through Queens, getting out to the Cross Island. So kind of take that with a grain of salt. All right, so let's go to John is ready to go here. I'm going to ask him to include the 7-day weather forecast in this hit because this is Johnny's last hit for the morning. So let's head over to the Weather Center and meteorologist in training from Rutgers University, Jon Rocco. Johnny, good morning, pal.
Good Friday morning to you, everybody, on this July 15th already. We are halfway through the month of July. It's going by quickly. Hopefully your morning commute is going by quickly. If it's not because of the weather. There's not many issues out there this morning, although there may be a spotty shower or storm pop up in a few locations, but nothing that should really cause any traffic concerns. So for today, again, there may be a spotty storm chance. That is the only weather threat we have for this afternoon, and some more shower and storm chances going into the latter part of this weekend, maybe Saturday night, and then again on Monday. I'll get to that in the 7-day in just a moment. Right now, in New Jersey, we've got temperatures starting off here in the middle 60s to around 70 degrees, 64 to 68 in the Newton area, 71 to 74 for Newark, Lakewood around the 71 to 73 degree mark as well. Atlantic City and Cape May, again, around the 72 to about 75 degree mark for this morning. If you're going into New York City, we got 72 in Staten Island, 71 over toward Flatbush. Hell's Kitchen there in Manhattan, around 71 degrees as well. Same goes for Morris Park and Flushing. All those areas getting to about 73 to 75 degrees for the latter part of the morning commute. Westbury this morning starting off in the lower 70s, around 70 to 72 degrees there. Same for Islip, Huntington, and Port Jefferson. Farmingville and Shirley around the 68 degree mark, getting to about 71 to 72 degrees for the second part of the morning commute. And on Hudson River Valley, a little bit cooler this morning, but still warm with temperatures in the mid 60s for Poughkeepsie and Monroe, right around 65, 66 degrees. Same goes for Middletown and Patterson. Yonkers there around 70 degrees, getting to about 72. And further northward here, Monroe getting to about 70. Poughkeepsie and Middletown getting to about 68 degrees for the 8 o'clock hour. Torrington, Connecticut, starting off around 65 to 70 this morning. Waterbury, starting off at around 66, getting to about 70. Hartford will start you off with a 67 early this morning. Danbury, starting off around 66. And down along the shoreline there, Norwalk around 70. Bridgeport around 68. 70 degrees for New Haven, getting to about 73 degrees there. Getting to about 72 over toward the Norwalk area, warming to 70 for Danbury and Waterbury. And again, for this afternoon and even later this morning, there may be a spotty shower or storm pop-up, similar to what we saw on Thursday as well. We had a few isolated storms popping up along the Jersey Shore, as well as out toward Long Island. Similar threat for later this morning and this afternoon. Temperatures will be around the mid and upper 60s, for New Jersey, around 86 in Andover. The capital there in Trenton, around 88 degrees. 89 over toward Cherry Hill, 85 for you in Freehold, and over toward New York City, Central Park, getting to about 86 degrees. And we got low to middle 80s further east, closer to the ocean there, 84 in Cape May, 82 in Islip, 82 in New Haven as well. So taking a look at that exclusive 7-day forecast, we got mid 80s again for Saturday. Maybe an overnight shower threat Saturday night going into Sunday morning. A little discrepancy on the timing or how widespread it is. So stay tuned. I'll be keeping you updated on that. But I don't think the weekend is a washout at this point. But again, stay tuned. And then again, Monday evening, Monday night, another chance for some thunderstorms then. And then the heat returns here for the middle and end of next week. Low to middle 90s for actual high temperatures. Some areas further inland, maybe from Trenton down toward the Camden area in New Jersey, those areas may reach for the upper 90s. Either way, it's going to be on the humid side as well. So temperatures, the heat index could feel like over 100 degrees in some of the interior sections of the region. So definitely going to be a hot one for the middle of next week. So you want to stay tuned. I'll be keeping you updated on that. We are in middle summer, and it's certainly going to feel like it. Hope you have a great weekend, everybody, and drive safely.
Thank you, Johnny. Have a terrific weekend yourself, my friend. We always appreciate your work here in the Tri-State Traffic Show for your work there in the Weather Center. So again, have a terrific weekend, John. We'll see you back here on the big broadcast on Monday morning. Now, speaking of these, hot temperatures, as Johnny has been mentioning, that what a perfect time to head over to a beautiful historic Cranford, New Jersey, get some awesome ice cream. That is at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery at 22 North Avenue West, or Route 28 for those who are outside the area. Friends call it here North Avenue, as everybody knows it in Cranford. But anyway, it's a state highway, so it may come up in your GPS as Route 28, right across from the Cranford train station on the historic Raritan Valley line of New Jersey Transit. Head over to Ralph. Tell him you saw it here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Head on over to the shop and get some awesome ice cream. He has some of the best handmade, homemade ice cream anywhere to be found in the entire land. And again, he has those core staple ice cream, the vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. Also coming in at I always say the fourth starter, or the fifth starter, I should say, is this cotton candy ice cream, as you see it here in the pink. Just a lot of people who are really in love with cotton candy ice cream. Also cappuccino crunch. He also has vanilla super crunch, which is almost like a mashed up ice cream cake with the little chocolate crunchies in the center, which seems like everybody, that's what they gravitate towards. Also the Dole Whip, it's the pineapple whip, raspberry Dole Whip. He also has the blood orange sorbet, lemon, and also peach mango, which is one of my favorites. It's absolutely delicious. It's creamy. It's got just enough sweetness to it to get your little sugar fix or whatever, but it's not overly sweet, as is with some of the other ice cream flavors that Ralph has. Just that right amount of sweetness to really make it extra special. He also has some frozen yogurt as well, and some sugar-free options. So, it's a little bit of something for everybody across the board. So, again, head out to the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, cranfordvanillabeancreamery.com. And as you will see from our Ralph's website here, he also has these cupcakes. Just want to quickly mention those, which is a layer vanilla cake with the vanilla bean ice cream on top with icing and confetti sprinkles. So good stuff there. Also, you see here the chipwiches as well as the flying saucers. So, Ralph has a little bit of something for everybody, including these all occasion cakes too. Classic ice cream cake, serves as little as 78 people or up to a large sheet cake from 30 to 40 people. So those larger sheet cakes, definitely call in advance for a birthday, anniversary, wedding. Alexandra, we send you ice cream cake from Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery over to the Westmount Country Club for you in October. Gift it to you. Can add to your wonderful cake that you already have planned out, as you mentioned earlier here on the broadcast. But anyway, so definitely get out and say hello to Ralph and get over and get some of the best ice cream anywhere to be found. We also want to thank Travels with Darley as well for being our sponsor. Again, we're wrapping up the show here in just a few minutes. So find her program on PBS Crate, Amazon Prime, Wonderum, and Ovation TV's Journey. Find more information about Travels with Darley at darley-newman.com. Just a fantastic travel program. Really gets that local flavor. Unlike some other travel hosts, really dives deep into the very local flavor, the culture of wherever she is. It gives you that unique perspective from those that live there all the time, from a restaurateur to a local tour guide. And also there's a lot of adventure stuff too, a lot of bike riding, hiking, as well as horseback riding. And one of the recent episodes I saw, she was in Reno, I think. She was doing a rock climbing wall on a 17-story hotel, and she actually got all the way up to the top. They gave her a nice little presentation with a proclamation or certification or something like that. So Darley is a real adventure enthusiast. She gets out there and really enjoys these vacations. So again, you can find more information at darley-newman.com. All right, friends, we're getting ready to wrap up the broadcast here this morning at 8:26. What we want to do now is just give you the quick rundown of all of the incident pages from our friends over at DOT. So I want to go full screen now and just let you know what's going on. Vehicle off the roadway here, the Parkway northbound out by exit 30. So that's why that was heavy. It wasn't so much road work, but there is a construction zone there. Heading up to the AC Expressway, Eastern Spur out by 15X. Shoulder is out of service, broken down vehicle coming off the upper level to the George. That's why, the outbound cross Bronx is the outbound cross Bronx, I should say, excuse me, I hit the cough button for a second, is so heavy because of that situation there. Then the express lanes up to the George by 69 in Teaneck. You did see that split tractor trailer still in the process of being cleared. Let's go to the city incident page. Let's give you the rundown of the numbers here this morning. Delays because of this, about 30 minutes because that situation there. And again, that's all because of that problem on the Jersey side of the bridge. There's the FDR Drive south out by 96th Street. That's exactly what I told you before. That's the reason why that was heavy going south there. Let's go to Long Island this morning. Check out the incident page. Nothing to be found. Hudson Valley incident page. So let's see what we've got. The thruway, still a crash there. That's over an hour old, though. Heading up into interchange 17. We're actually seeing a crash both ways here. And the NET, New England Thruway, after 18B, they're saying a crash there. Crash for property damage. Shoulders out here in the Sawmill. Bedford, that overturned tractor trailer in 84. Patterson out by 311. We did see that still in the center median. So I just want to quickly go to that New England situation this morning. Yeah. But look what that outbound George Washington broken down vehicle is doing. Look at that cross Bronx. Oofa. And then south on the drive is heavy at 96 because of that crash. Let's go to the New England Thruway. It's not tying up the ride in any capacity whatsoever. And we'll go up to Connecticut now. We'll check out the vibe here. Just some delays, 15 down through 5 on 95, a little heavier 25, 22, and then Merritt Parkway 44 down to 35. We'll do a quick snapshot of that. But yeah, it's fairly light. Same thing out on Long Island. I mean, look at this. This is just great until you get out to the Hamptons, which is just a bacchanal of traffic. What else is new there? We'll take a quick check. We'll finish up here with transit this morning. Go to the corridor. We've got a couple canceled trains there out of New Brunswick, and then the Bergen Light Rail. Medical emergency 822 Hoboken departures out of service. Riverline is on or close. That's great news there. Let's check in with Path. Path has been fairly good all week. See how that continues this morning. Concourse level elevator situation at Journal Square. Go to the subways. We have some delays on the A and the C. By Hoyt Schemerhorn. Crews address the switch problem there. Let's go to the rails. Check in with Metro North. Metro North is good. So is Long Island Railroad. So everything is on or close to schedule there this morning as we come up on 8:30 in the AM. Let's do this, friends. I want to go here, open up another page because I just want to show you the YouTube channel. Got to do that here this morning. Clicked on this, and I want to watch myself. So this is the YouTube channel. Please definitely like and subscribe to the channel here today. And again, this is where you're going to find my first look, first impressions, first observations of the brand new 2024 Chevrolet EV Blazer SS. Again, that's coming up at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time on Monday night. That's Monday night. Come back to the Tri-State Traffic Show YouTube channel and tune in for my look, my first impressions of the all-new 2024 Chevy EV Blazer. I think could be a bit of a game changer, but we'll get into all of that on Monday. Again, Tri-State Traffic Show. Please subscribe. We've got 83 subscribers now. We're going for 100. Picked up a couple subscribers in the last 24 hours. That's great news. But please tell all of your friends, tell everybody that you know to just subscribe to the channel. Again, have them come back for that first impression review of the 2024 Chevy EV Blazer. Again, that's 10:30 Eastern time on Monday evening, July 18th. So please come on back. Here are my first impressions. Get a first look of the all-new Blazer. If you're into EV cars or just cars in general, I think you're really going to enjoy this video. Again, that drops Monday evening at 10:30, July 18th. So definitely leave some comments and let me know what you think, because I'm trying to get more into that space as well to add some more content to the channel. Besides the live broadcasts, which are amazing, but looking to maybe do a few other things as well with some car reviews and so forth. I also have some video, a little walk around at the local car show I did this week. Hopefully in the next week. By next week, we'll also have that on the channel, getting a look at some of the great classic Cadillacs from Cadillac Night from the Galloping Hill Cruisers. All right, friends, I want to just wish everybody a fantastic weekend. And don't forget to switch on over at 9 o'clock to the NJ On Air morning show. Myself, Christina Cara, and Mike Vivetta in the Weather Center, giving you the best local news to be found. Again, that starts at 9 a.m. on Facebook and YouTube. That's at NJ On Air. Head on over there for another look at the traffic for the mid-morning hours. So I want to thank Anna, Justin, as well as Alexandra, as always, for joining us. We thank them so much for joining us, as well as Elizabeth, who joins us for the first time. So please come on back on Monday morning. That's when we'll be with you again, starting up at 7 a.m. So with that said, we're going to end the broadcast. Have a fantastic Friday. Drive safely, everybody. Be careful out there with some of the heat. Try to stay in air-conditioned areas in the shade. Make sure you put on that sunscreen. It is so very, very important. And have a terrific weekend. And we'll see everybody on a Monday morning. Take care, everybody.